Just heard doctors and medical workers in Orange County made a plea for everyone to stay home. And while we're nearing 300 cases within the county, leaders stressed we haven't peaked yet. Good evening, I'm Greg Warmith.
And I'm Martha Sigalski. The youngest coronavirus patient in Orange County is just an infant. Mayor Demings mentioned so many in the community have stepped up to help seniors in need. Let's take a look at the developments that just happened today. All right,
with testing slowly increasing across the U.S., the number of positive cases of COVID-19 sits right now at above 155,000. More than 2,800 people have died from the virus. However, there was a bright side. Things may be stabilizing on Wall Street a bit. All three major indexes posted strong gains, each ending the day of trading up more than 3%. And today, Florida reached more than 5,000 cases of coronavirus statewide. 48,000 other people have also tested, and those tests have come back negative. More than half of the positive cases are down in Miami-Dade and Broward counties alone. A county-by-county breakdown of local cases is on your screen right now. Orange County has the most with nearly 300. Today, the health department also reported 3 new deaths. No new deaths in Central Florida were reported today, Martha.
And you're looking live at the White House right now, where President Trump is expected to provide an update on the national response to COVID-19 soon. As we always do, we will bring it to you live as soon as it begins. Well, for state leaders, the mission to get medical equipment into the hands of Florida hospitals as coronavirus cases continue to ramp up.
Channel 9 Shannon Butler joins us live tonight in Studio A. And Shannon, supplies are coming, but the director of emergency management had some harsh words for private mask-making companies.
Well, he did. The director of emergency management here in Florida now going after those private companies manufacturing those now coveted N95 masks. If you remember, the governor had said there were planes on the way, but that they just couldn't be tracked. Now the state says they aren't on the radar because there are no planes of masks, and the warehouses promised to be loaded with gear empty. Jared Moskowitz saying there is madness now in the market. Governor Ron DeSantis is still looking at April 15th for his safer at home order he just put in place in South Florida. The area is the hardest hit by coronavirus. It comes after he refused to shut down the entire state. The order will be in effect for the next 2 weeks, even though just yesterday the president extended those CDC guidelines for people to follow until April 30th.
I think he thinks we may be in a better spot before the 30th, but I think he wanted to rather move in rather than have to move out.
The good news is today, though, personal protective gear is coming. More tests are here that could support more testing sites across the state. FEMA has given us more supplies, like 500,000 of those N95 masks, 714,000 gloves, and 2,000 gowns. Even more beds are being brought in, much of it coming through this warehouse in Orlando. South Florida, though, taking up most of the PPE. The director of emergency management slamming private companies now who make those N95 masks, calling it a Ponzi scheme.
I ask that you sell the division and our hospitals and our first responders these masks directly at market price.
Now, 300 nurses are also on standby to jump into action here in Florida if needed. The governor now putting an order in place allowing medical personnel and law enforcement who recently retired to come back on the job. So manpower is not an issue. And Martha, just moments ago, the Florida Democrats now calling again for a lockdown of the state. The governor really has been against that.
All right, Shannon. And the superintendent in Orange County is asking for patience as students started learning from home today. Some ran into some computer problems. Channel 9's Michael Lepardi learned administrators are still trying to figure out how long schools will be closed.
On any other Monday, third grader Reuben Wyatt would probably be at school, but not today. Classes have moved online because of concerns about coronavirus, meaning his assignments are now done on a computer at home.
Sometimes I don't even remember that my mom is right there.
For Orange County, today was the first day back since spring break, and families quickly ran into some computer problems.
The Canvas website has been really slow, so that's been a little bit of a challenge this morning, and I know multiple users are experiencing that.
Superintendent Dr. Barbara Jenkins asked people to be patient.
I think it'll be better each day this week. It will get better. If I say it's going to be all fixed by Friday and we still have a few glitches, I don't want to get people's hopes up.
She said today was like the first day of school all over again. Schools are closed until at least April 15th, though some have questioned whether they will stay that way even longer.
Not ready to call that either at this point. Let's just go one day, 1 week at a time, supporting our young people and supporting this community and keeping them safe.
Orange County's middle and high school students already have laptops, and some elementary schools have gone digital as well. Now those resources are being put to the test as many schools are forced to teach from a distance. Canvas is one of the online programs that the district uses, and a spokeswoman for Canvas told me that program is seeing significantly higher use right now, but it's working to fix any problems and also meet demand. In Orlando, Michael Lopardi, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
The stay-at-home order in Orange County is fundamentally changing the jobs for one group used to dealing with difficult events.
That's right. As 9 investigates, Christopher Heath reports deputies are fielding fewer calls, writing fewer tickets, yet they are just as busy, though, in a different way.
Orange County Sheriff's deputies don't have the option to work from home. The coronavirus outbreak is fundamentally changing how they do their jobs.
Normal calls for service and 911 calls have decreased, but we have started seeing some COVID-related things. Obviously, we're assisting more on medical calls.
Sheriff John Mina now leads a workforce that must confront the dangers of the virus while still carrying out their duties.
We can't work from home like many of our residents have had to do, that they're out there on the front lines. And by the nature of our job, we have to expose ourselves and sometimes put ourselves at great risk.
For the Orange County Sheriff's Office, the plans on how to deal with that risk started years ago. They came into this with an ample supply of gloves and masks. But the sheriff warns, unlike single traumatic events, the outbreak is a long-term issue, and those things will start to run out.
The thing that we're struggling with is hand sanitizer, probably like everyone else. But our deputy sheriffs have plenty of gloves and masks. But the issue is eventually those will run out. So we'll be relying heavily upon the state to help us get those supplies for us.
With deputies serving as both law enforcement and as the front lines for the stay-at-home order, encouraging people to follow the order and only leave their homes if necessary.
We are enforcing the curfew, we are enforcing the stay-at-home order, all in an effort to keep our community safe and stop the spread of this virus.
In the last few weeks, officers all the way from Miami to Tampa to Flagler have tested positive for COVID-19. In fact, some 700 law enforcement officers across the country have tested positive, although none have tested positive in Orange County. Coming up at 6, what this group is doing to mitigate their interactions and try and avoid as much contact as possible. Reporting from Orlando, Christopher Heath, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.